Okay.
So, hello, welcome to the live stream.
Wait, let me turn off this.
Oh, this is an exciting live stream. It's the very first live stream, hello, from our new farm. And we're going to give you a really nice tour of the new farm. Let us know that you can hear us in the chat box. And you see my wife got a fabulous new haircut, especially for this.
You're going to point that out right
Yeah,
away.
it's a great looking haircut. She's looking great.
Thank you.
Looks like people are joining us now. But we're going to give you a really nice
All
tour
right,
of the
Caden
property.
says he can hear. Let's see.
Awesome. We're going to give you a tour of the new property, the new farm. There we go. We're going to let you see the buildings and things. We're not going to give you a tour inside the house today because it's not ours yet. And if you've been watching our videos all week, you've seen the progress on Big Building. So are you ready to see the new farm?
I have my sunglasses on because it's bright here. Or
'Cause
I would
she's
take them off.
Casey Neistat.
No, because it's too bright for me. I have to.
All right. Let us know in the chat box. Shall we do this? Do you guys want to see this?
Yes, hello from Texas, from Denmark. Hi, everyone.
Let's do it. This is going to be fun.
Take off. The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
All right, I got to watch the screen as it flies.
So they can still hear us there, right?
Okay, yep, they can still hear us. So the microphone is in my hand, not in the drone that is flying away from us. And there we have our first glimpse of the new farm. So Kay will be reading off questions. I will be making sure this drone doesn't crash.
Junkyard Gamer, give me a shout out. Consider that your shout out.
All right, consider it done, Junkyard Gamer.
Hello, Mexico, Missouri, South Carolina, Delaware, Germany, India. Awesome.
Wow, we got people from all over. That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Connecticut.
Yeah, shout out to our CTers. So this is a glimpse of, right now we're looking at kind of what the homestead area is of the new farm. It's essentially the barn and the big building, and I'm going to back away so we can see the house too.
With that, we got hi from Canada, Greece, Maine, Missouri.
There's already 100 people watching this thing.
Awesome.
So here we have a good glimpse of the house that we will be living in. That's kind of at the bottom there. And the big green roofed building, that's what we're referring to as Big Bill.
We're on the porch. Can you see us when we wave?
I can make it see us.
We're right behind a tree.
We are right behind a tree.
Wyoming, Morocco, Poland, Washington.
There we are. You
South
can see us on that
Germany.
porch right there.
Yes, he's asking what the beeping sound is. Close object warning.
Oh, I could probably turn that off, but I don't want to. Sorry, we're going to have to deal with the beeping, guys, so I don't crash into something. You can just barely see us on the porch there. You can see our big white vehicle in the driveway. There's the new house that we will be moving into.
The house we'll be moving into, you see where the glass roof is, that's a sunroom. That's 4-bedroom, 3-bath. One of the bedrooms is used as an office, though. That'll be Austin's office. So 3-bedroom, 3-bath. Hello from India and Alaska, from England.
That sunroof me and Kate
Lebanon.
talked about when I was doing the aquaponics. I was saying, man, that would be perfect for aquaponics. But that's still up for debate.
Someone said that's a deep drop-off. It is very mountainous region.
Ooh, let's see it.
Not small mountain, not large mountains. We're not talking Rocky Mountains, but we're in the ridges, the mountain ridges.
Compared to Connecticut and what you're used to, or what we're used to, I should say, in Connecticut, this is a much more hilly, mountainous area for sure. So that's a good idea. You can just see for miles. And this property, we're overlooking the property now. This beautiful big green pasture. About half of that will be for us to use, and about half of that is Kay's aunt's, who have the goats, and we've talked about when we went and got the goats. We'll go look at that a little bit more. I'm going to bring us closer to the buildings now and get us in so we can see some of our infrastructure.
JP is from the Netherlands. What do we know about the Netherlands?
Oh, we have good friends from the Netherlands.
We know Hakenslag.
Oh, we love Hakenslag.
That's sprinkles on bread. Delicious.
That's what they eat for breakfast in the Netherlands, and we are fans.
Mary says it reminds her of the Ozarks. Yeah, it does. A little bit, right?
Here we are looking at, this is what we call Big Bill. Uh-oh.
What?
Strong interference to aircraft. Let's.
Is it windy?
It might be windy. We're gonna bring this down a little bit, so if something goes wrong, I can just catch the drone.
Yeah, the hillside to the right of the big building was an apple orchard for a long time. Right above that, when I lived here, we used to have horses. There hasn't been any livestock on that hill for a long time though. What's below the farm is my dad's got a welding and fabrication complex, so that's what all that is down there.
Now here's Big Bill. You've seen this in our videos this week. We are currently putting a apartment living space in this building, and we've been feeding lots of our supplies through that garage door. That has been incredibly handy.
Caden must hear the guineas. Do you hear the guineas, Caden? Because they're out in the back.
There they are.
Yep, they're right on the hillside there. You can see them.
Kay's mom has some beautiful white, they call them pearl, right? Pearl guineas.
Yeah.
And they're just gorgeous. And I'm scaring them right now because they see this drone as like a scary hawk coming for them. We're gonna fly right towards them. So this is the beautiful part. You'll be seeing a lot more once we move in and we're actually working on our homestead. The guineas are totally getting scared of this drone. They're like, what? This is the barn. Right there. When you compare the size of this barn to the barn we've been using, this is much bigger. It's probably, I would say, almost 4 times as big as the barn we're using right now.
The pasture on the hillside is ours as well, yes. And Austin, are you going to be deer hunting?
Absolutely. We'll give you a glimpse of the land and where the deer hunting is, but this is great deer hunting property. It's there's going to be a lot of deer hunting going on there.
Smith Farm asked, where's the ducks? They're coming.
They're coming. Right now, there's chickens. We can fly over a little bit more. We can see some of the chickens in the coop there. There's a few below us.
No, the cows aren't here yet. They will be though on our final move.
Listen to those guineas there.
I know.
I'm gonna fly right.
When we got in, we just unloaded everything right in front of the barn, so you see our kayaks are there. We still have to put some things away. We have to organize our stuff down here. Are you using the DJ Mavic?
Sure am. We're flying a Mavic Air right now, if that's what they're asking about. We got the Mavic Air. When we knew we were coming here, I really wanted to have some drone footage to share with you all, because I figured this property is just so big, you can't really comprehend it all from the ground.
The goats and the cows are both still in Connecticut. Well, no, the goats are actually at my aunt's farm already. We dropped them off. She's got other goats there. So we have Lacey. She's already joined their goat herd. She's happy they're out in the field. We haven't really mapped out where the goats and Ladybug and Luna are going to be down here yet. I think we'll probably do that later on this afternoon.
We're getting lower on battery here, and I want to make sure you see the whole property. So we're going to do a really good flight here. We're going to fly and look over the field, and that way you can see kind of the scope of the landscape here and what we'll be working with. This is a 400-yard shooting range. If you look in the center of your screen, there's something small and black at the peak of the green, and that is a 400-yard target from across the other side of the field. So that just gives you an idea of the scope of the size of this field. And this is what we call first field. The family refers to this as first field. This is where a lot of livestock will be run. We will be using a lot of this field for feeding animals. Hopefully figure out a way to hay this field so that we can take a lot of hay, put it up for ourselves. You can see that the tracks in the field. We have a couple 4x4s here that we can use. And there it is. And now I'm going to fly a little bit higher so you can see. We can't fly too much more because we're going to be low on battery soon. But I'm going to fly a little bit higher so you can get an idea of the other layout of the land here. And as we continue to make videos here, you'll be seeing more areas. I'm up pretty high there. You can't see it from this, but there is a whole nother 2 fields kind of more over that way. One of them will be primarily for hunting, and the other right now there's some livestock run into.
Alejandro Jose was asking how big is our property. The entire farm is 100 acres. We'll have a third of that. My aunt has the other third. The other third is between my uncle, my dad's industrial welding complex, and their new house, my parents' new house. Our old farm was 10 acres, the one in Connecticut. We'll be farming, I'm going to say, about 30 acres now.
Yeah, the actual area we're going to be actively farming is bigger than what we've been working with for sure. And everything, I mean, the barn is bigger, the fields are bigger, everything is much, much bigger. The area to hunt with, so as far as proportions go, more of the property will be used kind of for hunting than farming, just because we won't be able to really work so much of it. We're more of a homestead level here.
Mary Cleveland was asking if we plan on using permaculture. Definitely. That's something we really want to incorporate more of.
Now I'm just going to land this drone, everybody, so bear with us with the noise for a second, and then we'll finish up talking here. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. Okay. And we will finish as it gets to about 30% battery. The drone starts to warn you that it's going to land itself, and when you don't let the drone land at that 30%, bad things happen. So
Do we plan on getting horses?
do we plan on getting horses? Right now there are horses across the property line over in the back there. Do we plan on it? I don't know that I want to say, like, on YouTube yes for my children to watch later and hold me to.
Fortunately, because my aunt raises Appaloosa horses, our kids who want to get involved with the horses will have a chance to, without us being committed to them right away. I just told the kids, though, if they'd like in a few years when they're old enough to take on more of the responsibility, it will be considered.
We were up there the other day looking at the horses, and I was hoping some of the livestock would be up, but it's a little too hot right now.
My garden this year will probably be right out front here. There are 3 large raised beds where my mom has her garlic. Hopefully we'll be able to do some tomatoes in there.
It was very clear the garlic did not come with the house.
She's taking it with her.
That's her precious garlic. But
Which-
she does give us garlic
She
every
always
year.
shares.
And we have a couple bulbs back at the other place, which I was going to plant, and now I haven't. And now that we're moving, I'll be able to.
Will you get more livestock? Eric's asking.
Great question. Right now, what we want to do is we want to move in here, and we want to keep doing what we're doing and just observe the property, observe the area, what kind of market is there for product, what are we going to sell. I still like the idea of doing the business side of the homestead. I love, running. I always am starting some new business, but we're not going to move here and do exactly what we did in Connecticut. We had a very specific market in Connecticut. I could charge a lot of money for pastured pork and pastured chicken. Around here, there are a lot of farms, a lot of farmers. There's a lot of Amish communities near here that sell very reasonably priced food that's grown naturally. So I don't know that we'll do the same thing here. I'm not sure we're going to sell pork or chicken.
No, I know my aunt was saying she's the only one that does goats in the area. So that may be, sorry to say, something we may look into.
Goats, more goats. We're definitely going to have more livestock here, but this year we're going to move in with what we have, which will be the 2 cows, the 2 goats, the guineas that are here, and we will be bringing some of our chickens.
Charles says Austin has an annoyingly charming smile.
That's
You see what that got me into?
got her in trouble. Eventually we'll add to it, but we want to observe first and see what the needs here are.
Marilyn was asking about our water sources.
What do you think?
They're on this side of the mountain, this side of the mountain that we own. There aren't any natural springs, so there are 3 wells on the property that have been water has been run to the house, to the apartment we're putting in, and to the barn. Now on the other side there is a natural spring that has run into a pond for as long as we've been here. Someday maybe we'll work with that a little bit.
We would love to have some kind of pond. We were actually just over at Kay's brother's place. You'll see. Hey, Allison's
likes
watching.
my glasses. I just got them. I didn't know if I should go for such a different frame, but Austin said I should.
We almost didn't, Allison. We were almost like, they're like
too.
But then they were like, well, she's 2. So we did it. Thanks for the super chat, Allison. So we were over at my brother-in-law's. He's got a beautiful little pond there, and he's been managing it and cleaning out the pond and really making it nice. And the kids were fishing. We went fishing earlier, and then we didn't catch anything, so we went to his pond where you always catch something, and it made me think, boy, I would like a pond. And there's so much property here. Speaking of permaculture, if we were to put up some swales, capture some of that water and kind of direct it into one spot, we could create our own pond and have it fed naturally. We don't want to have something where you gotta fill it with a hose all the time.
Mayor Jam Acres, hello from Jamaica. Love that 400-yard shooting range. Really need one of those.
So up here, we didn't show you because we're running out of battery with the drone here, but there's a little shooting house, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So there's the shooting ranges. You can shoot handguns out to however far you can shoot a handgun, but that 400-yard range with the targets at the end, with the big dinging targets, you hit it and it goes ding, ding, ding. That's great.
James said, any plans on selling garlic pesto? That may be something we look into, kind of a value-added product. What'd you do?
Oh no, I didn't turn this off, did I? I hit a button. I almost turned this off, but I think we're okay. Value added. The ideas we've been bouncing up back and forth are value added. It's a hard one for me to say.
Randy, just wait.
Or also maybe just focusing on selling livestock, because we've been for years looking for really good quality homestead livestock, and now we have some great quality goats that are right over the wall here, and sheep. And then we have these mini jerseys, which are a hot commodity. So we might kind of steer the whole business side of things towards livestock and then value added.
So we're in southwestern PA. It's very farmy country. We people were asking what there is to look forward to. Maybe more animal breeding, kind of delving more into the genetics of animals.
Oh yeah. Kay's aunt is very much into the lines and choosing and for breeding different qualities and traits, and I'd like to learn a lot more about that, because the first half of our first 5 years of homesteading was like, what can I get on Craigslist fast?
Right.
And we learned that was a mistake. You want to get really good quality animals, and good quality animals are hard to find.
Sometimes you buy what you can afford and you breed up, and that's what we've done. And right now we bought what we could, and we're going to start our breeding program. We have a lot to learn about that.
So that's for sure. A lot of land management. There's so much land here. And
pigs, Ellen. We'll definitely get
Ellen's
pigs.
Been wanting to know about pigs. I made that video why we're not getting pigs just for Ellen. Poor Ellen. No pigs this year, Ellen.
Not this year, but we'll definitely always have pigs, because when you're eating a lot of your own food you grow, you hate to see any of it go to the waste. Pigs are great for that.
They're slop.
I miss pigs when we don't have them.
I always say they turn garbage into bacon. Like, what other thing on the planet can do that?
Chickens do it too, but pigs even more so.
Chickens don't turn garbage into bacon.
I miss our pigs this year.
We are definitely missing our pigs. One of the things to look forward to here that we haven't done so much on the other farm, our older homestead, the one we're leaving, is just limited in space for animals, different bays for livestock, pasture. So we couldn't do the whole, lots of different animals. You can have 10 pigs, but you can't have one of 10 different kinds of animals, because 10 pigs can stay together, but if you have one of all 10 different kinds of animals, you need 10 different stalls. That makes sense?
I'm smiling.
You're looking at me like,
no, I'm smiling
that was so confusing.
Because Zen asked if we plan to do more breeding ourselves, more kids to work the farm.
I'm not going on YouTube and saying anything about that either.
I am excited to be back with my family. It's been 14 years since I moved away from them, and I miss the simple things like going over for dinner or being able just to invite them over for dinner, having family nearby to help when you need it, or being able to help them when they need it. It's something I'm looking forward to doing.
Yeah, we've been the first 10 years we've been married 10 years this year, coming up in November. And the first 10 were in Connecticut. They were great 10 years. And now we're really excited for the next more than 10.
Drek Fletch knows I'm gonna breed a bacon chicken. Genius.
There's something to that. Boy, if we could work that out, we could be millionaires.
Highway Homestead, will you let us know first when you decide to sell some babies? Not human babies, I'm assuming. Mini jerseys.
It's getting
kids.
confusing. All this talk of breeding and kids.
Yes,
absolutely.
definitely.
Yeah. If you want, the best way to know about that stuff too is be on our email list, which link somewhere. In all our other videos, there's links to that. I don't know if this video has a link to
David
that.
wants to hear about our favorite bakery in Kent. It was
Oh.
so delicious, homemade.
Yeah, if you watch that video where I want to get a video of them before we move.
He's gonna give him some business. We would appreciate that.
So delicious, homemade. We will miss them very dearly. They are like, we have a very close relationship with our bakers.
Doesn't everybody?
Right? Isn't that like a
That's
thing?
normal.
Oh, did the dog photobomb with a potty break? That's gross.
Who did?
Come on, stinker.
That's
Big
Doc.
guy.
That's my mom's German Shepherd. Come here, Doc.
Come on, pup.
He's huge. He's the biggest German
He's
Shepherd I've ever
giant.
had, and he's 1 year old, so he's still gonna be growing.
He looks like a bear.
Come here. Where is Docky? He's very gentle, and him and Bones get along together really well.
Yeah, which is good because he's bigger than Buns.
Oh, look at you, Doc. You made it.
All right.
Photobombing.
What else? What else are we talking? The build. If you've been following, the build has been going good. I have been working with my dad and Uncle Bourbon have been helping out, and we have a couple guys down here who were working on the building before we got here, and they will finish it. We have not yet finished the work. There's still lots to do, but we put a real hurting on
I
it
keep
this
telling
week.
Austin, HGTV, they do it in a half an hour. It's
Just like
what's
that.
taking this so
Come on,
long?
Chip.
It's just an apartment.
Can we get Chip and
Joanna.
Joanna over here to help us out?
It's going to be really nice, though. It's cool because we're able to use cabinets that were from my mom's kitchen and my grandmother's kitchen.
Which is awesome. It has saved us a lot reusing cabinets. And it's going to be, you'll see that kitchen probably forever on our channel because we set it up to be our studio kitchen. When we move out, over there is going to be my AV studio for making, and editing videos. And we're going to have right there lights and cameras so we can do homestead cooking videos more. It's kind of hard to film homestead cooking videos in your house because, you can do it, like first world problems here. But it'll be nicer to have a set kitchen that's just lit and ready to go. So you'll see a lot of that.
Caden, thank you for the super chat. More goats, definitely.
Now, Caden, is that super chat you gave us only going to be, can we only have it if we're using it to buy more goats? Because then I might have to give it back. Thank you so much, Caden. Your guys' support is huge in this
Siku
channel.
says we should get a donkey. It's funny because growing up, we actually had 2 miniature donkeys. They're super cute.
Miniature donkeys. I don't know
They're
that I've
so
ever seen
cute.
a miniature
So
donkey.
cute. Are ducks or chickens better?
Ooh, that's
Depends
a tough
who you
one.
ask.
That's a
They
tough
both
one.
have their pros and cons.
And depends on what your property's like and what you want to do, and whether or not you're allergic to duck eggs like me. Because I would answer that. I really love ducks, but now we don't have too many of them because I can't eat the eggs,
They're delicious.
and I don't like butchering them.
Hey, from Holland? Nice.
Would you ever breed any of your animals? Victor wants to know. So that's a great question, Victor. We talk a lot about buying animals. We buy chickens. We usually don't breed chickens. We buy our feeder pigs, and I'm big on that. I always tell people just buy feeder pigs, don't breed your own.
That's going to change slightly now that we're here, though, because we have barn space. My son is inheriting from his great aunt some chickens. What kind were they?
They're very cool.
Not Sussex.
They're a Sussex.
They're a Sussex.
Coronation.
Coronation. Sussex. So she's got beautiful breeding pairs of birds. He's going to start a little enterprise where he can breed these beautiful purebred showable chickens and start selling some eggs for hatching. So we will be breeding chickens, cows. I'll be getting Ladybug bred in this spring, so she'll be calving next spring.
Yep. So that's for sure going to be the ones we breed is the cows. We will not use a bull. We will use AI. Kay's been talking to somebody already who does AI for cows.
Yeah, we're not set up to have a bull, and we don't need a bull. As long as she takes easily enough with the AI, we'll stick to that. We have our female goats. The bucks are just right over the mountain, so we'll do a video
So
of
easy.
taking the does over the mountain to get bred.
I hate to say it, but we are in a really good place to do a lot with goats over the next couple years, and especially because Kay's aunt she's been working at getting not only good quality goats, but she doesn't breed them for show. A lot of the traits they want for show doesn't convert so well to homestead life. So what might make a great show goat won't necessarily make a good homestead goat. So we're excited because what she's been working on is like a goat that's easy to hand milk, produces a really good dual purpose, and there's a ton of them over there. So
What breed will we use on Ladybug? Austin really likes the mini Jersey. I like the mini Jersey. I'd probably breed her to a Jersey again. I would like to get some different breeds of cows on here eventually. I'd just like to try them out to see what they're like. I would love to try quail. Ellen was asking. Oh, thank you, Deborah.
got another super chat from Deborah. Thank you so much, Deborah. You guys, we can't do this show without your support. You've been amazing. Thank you.
The Kinder goats or Kinder goats. I've definitely heard of those. Highest butterfat content. Not as driven to escape their pen. Okay. Hi, go there.
Hey. You want to grab it?
Sure. You can keep answering questions.
Yep,
I'll be right
I'm
back.
gonna keep answering questions here. Family just stopped by. Okay, so Kay usually does the question reading here. Let's see, hold on. The bum in the pink t-shirt needs to shave. That's for sure, newbie. We have been, I've been on vacation, so I got my vacation face. What are your thoughts on sheep? Victor wants to know. Victor, we raised sheep for one season back at the old homestead, and we just gave up on it because we didn't have enough pasture, and we couldn't support the whole flock. But now that we're here, look at the amount of grass behind me. Row, row, row! That was close. So, okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Somebody almost ran into a car. We got a ton of grass behind us. We need lawnmowers. We need animals to take care of that because right now there's a giant tractor that is on the property that has been mowing this field. And while we will have to do that, we will have to mow the field with the tractor. I'd prefer to have animals. I'd prefer to be turning that grass into meat and not turning that grass into gas that I have to pay for. So in addition to the goats on the other side of the hill, there's a big flock of sheep. And yeah, I think for this property and what the plans are here, you might wind up seeing some sheep over on this side. Why don't you get a pony? Oh, another super chat, Noah. Thank you so much, Noah. How much is land in your area? Good question, Noah, and thank you for the super chat. The land in our area, like how much does it go for?
Brian said brown Swiss, which I would love a brown Swiss. If I could find a nice, hardy brown Swiss, they're just huge.
Yeah. Oh,
But I love the look of a brown Swiss.
How much is the land in the area?
It's a very depressed area, to be honest with you. Predominantly, it's coal mining.
Yep.
So it's land prices. I don't know how much. It's much less expensive than Connecticut, where we're coming from.
Cost per acre versus where we're coming from. Just to give you an idea, somebody I was talking to yesterday, they asked me how many acres did we have at our old homestead, and for a moment, braggadocious, I was like, we have 10 acres. And then I realized I was talking to somebody from this area who was like, oh, that's too bad. So I said, well, back home, 10 acres is a lot.
Charles likes your beard and wants you to get rabbits.
Keep the beard and get rabbits?
He knows how to get you to do things.
One of those
Flattery
two,
will get you everything.
Yeah, one of those two things will happen.
Baby doll sheep. Honestly, I would also like to look into getting sheep for milk.
Hello from Guyana. I hope I'm saying that. Guyana. There it is. I've been to Guyana.
We've both been to Guyana.
We've both been there. Eben, I once hitchhiked a river in Guyana. Me and a buddy were traveling, backpacking through. We were in Suriname, and we were on the river separating Suriname and Guyana, and we had to get out. We were going to take a plane flight out of the bush, but the plane got canceled because it was a holiday, and we had to get out. So we hitchhiked on boats all the way up the river. Hello.
Victor, aren't there foxes in the area? Yes. There are. Coyotes.
Coyotes.
Predation.
Pennsylvania is known for the most like trophy size black bears. So really large black bears. One of the bigger states in the country to produce that many big black bears. And it's number 4, I was told, in Bigfoot sightings. So this should be fun.
Hello from Ireland and from Maine.
I no longer want to
Alpacas.
go hunting.
The nice thing is we've got the space to try a little bit of everything, which is what our goal is going to be. Instead of going everything into, say, a beef operation, we can try a beef. We can try the rabbits, some sheep, different breeds of things, and find out for us what works best on our property. Some people were asking if they have an acre, what kind of goat breed is the best. Depends what your property's like.
Yeah. Nubians, but it depends. This is
How
a good
close?
point.
How close are your neighbors for Nubians? Goats can be loud.
It's true. It's
Our
not.
Nigerian dwarf was quiet.
Some of our
them were
Nigerian
quiet.
dwarfs were quiet. That point there is a good one though. We talked when I first realized we were going to be moving here. I thought, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do a beef operation. I'm going to have 50 head of cattle or 20 head, or I don't know how many you can have up there. But I was thinking I was going to do that, and then I realized, you know what, I really want to just focus on the homestead. A little bit of everything. And that's one of the biggest differences between a homestead and a farm. A lot of farmers find the 1 or 2 things that their property are good for and go big because it's their business and you can only make so many enterprises and market so many enterprises. But as a homesteader with a little bit more land and a better sized barn, you can do a little bit of everything.
We've actually done, before I got married and moved away, before I moved away and then got married, we did bees, my dad and I. We had honeybees here. There's no more hives here now, but we've done that. I would do that again. Adam asked if there's a root cellar, which is a good question.
Ooh,
We
I
didn't
should have
talk about
showed
yet.
that in the flight. There sure is. There's a, it was made for apples. So Kay's dad,
There is a root cellar.
as she mentioned before, used to have an apple orchard on this hillside. And how many trees?
Hundreds.
Hundreds of apple trees, which
But he couldn't beat the deer here. There were just the deer are invasive species here. There's so many of them.
and at the time I was not hunting the property.
No.
Too
Somebody
bad.
from Mars. It's pretty cool.
Shout out from Mars.
Yeah.
Hello, Mars.
Jesse.
I actually one time had to hitchhike
Stop.
out of Mars.
Turkeys. I would do turkeys again.
Oh, man.
We actually just saw some nice midget white ones my aunt has. They're nice looking turkey for a homestead. I would do those.
Raising all those turkeys in last year when you watched us get the turkeys and they all dropped dead except for the 2 of them, I was like, I'm never doing these stupid birds again. They're so fickle and hard to keep alive, and then they're just annoying and stupid, and I'm never going to do it again. And then I ate that turkey, and I was like, that's the bacon chicken. Turkey. That thing was, the breast looked like a fatty pork chop, but in a good way, not like fatty in a bad way. Like beautiful layer of fat encrusted on the outside. It was awesome. So, yeah, turkeys.
So alpacas, llamas, horses. These are all things people want us to get. So put these on the list.
You need to check that?
I just have to take the girls pretty soon.
Oh, okay.
My sister-in-law has a nice hair salon right down the road, so I went today and the girls are doing. So we're figuring out when I'm taking the girls. My aunt's had alpacas and llamas, and the one thing they haven't tried is a donkey for guarding their sheep and goats. I don't know how well the alpacas or the llamas worked. They have livestock guardian dogs now. Our issue right now with that is this entire property is not fenced in yet. That's something we would have to do before we would get a livestock guardian dog.
Dinner plans. We're going to have to wrap up our live stream soon because the girls, like their mom, have to go get a haircut.
South Africa. So out where we're sitting, the house where we'll be living is in front of us. Behind us over the hill, it goes up to a large field. Half of it will have our animals on, the other half my aunt has hers on, sheep, goats, horses. Right over that hill is their farm and house. Past us this way is my dad's industrial welding shop, my sister's house. To the right is where our apartment will be for now, the large storage barn, and our animal barn behind that. That's pretty much the layout. My uncle's that way. My grandmother and aunts are here. My parents are here. My sister's over the hill. It's a family land.
Welcome to the compound. And everybody has mixed feelings about suddenly living on the YouTube property. You'll notice Kay's sister was in yesterday's video, and she was kind of excited to be in the homesteady video, but just fast motion GoPro shot.
Thank you, Brian.
Likes the new haircut. Yeah.
Decided to do something different. Now that my salon is right over the hill, I figure I could do something more.
Shauna is confused because I'm in a t-shirt and you're in a sweater. That's pretty much always.
That's our life.
I'm always too hot.
I do have capris on though, so I'm confused about that.
That was good.
And it is nice and green behind us. In Connecticut, it's not quite so green yet, so you'll see us go back there, and we're hoping the grass is greened up by the time we get there.
We almost hit 300 on this live stream. That would have been a first. I've been watching it.
Kevin asked if we'll make hay. I would like to. That would be really nice to be able to do to make us a little more sustainable for our livestock is to do some hay.
Even if we have a farmer who does the hay, we shared the field and split the hay kind of thing. Got to look into how that works because I don't know that I want to do hay.
Critically low battery.
We have a critically low battery.
Deborah, 60 years old, starting the homesteading. That's great. The meat chickens are great. I think you'll enjoy doing those. Or she did say chickens. Maybe for eggs. Meat goats.
Meat goats and chickens.
That'll be fun.
We have a critically low battery, everyone. This has been a record-setting live stream for us. So thank you so much for joining us for this. We've never had this many close to 300 people watching. And I know everyone's really excited about the new property. You'll be seeing a lot more in the upcoming videos this week. And soon enough, you'll be seeing a lot more in all the videos because we will be here full time. So thank you so much for joining us for the live stream and sharing your questions. You guys who did the super chats today, thank you so much. We can't do it without your support. It's been really huge. And
Monday we'll be showing you a new video on the final progress of the apartment. Right?
Brian says you don't look like a farmer today.
Every once in a while, huh?
She looks nice today. She looks nice every day though. That was a bad thing to say.
Shauna.
Hey, nice. Right. All right. Thanks so much, everybody. We will see you not tomorrow because it's Sunday. We're taking Sundays off now. We'll see you in Monday's video, and we will do another live stream from the new farm soon as we move into the new big building.
We have a lot of cleanup to do with our stuff that we're bringing in, moving all the animals into the new barn, figuring out the setup. So that'll be one thing to look forward to is to see what it's like moving on to a new property and the reasons we set up the barn the way we do, and see how it works.
Good stuff to look forward to. Thanks for joining us. And now I'm going to shut this down with my fancy new toy.
Thank you for all your nice comments, too.
Oh, that didn't do it. Oh, one more time.